When we are fighting parasites in our body, it's important to know the life cycle. If you don't know the life cycle, you might not actually get rid of these parasites. So stick with us for the video today. Hi, I'm Pam Schmidt, chemical minimalist, and this video is one in a series of looking at how can we get rid of parasites in our body. It's important to know the life cycle of parasites, particularly the kind of parasite that is called helminths. Those are the worms, okay? That's what we're talking about. When you look at the life cycle of parasites, there are three stages. There's the adult, they lay eggs, and the eggs go into the larva stage, and it goes around and around and around, just like bugs, okay? What we need to know is once we have any one of those cycle stages in our body, it's going to lead to all the rest of them. And we'll start with the adults. The adults can be in various parts of the body. When the full moon comes up, they have a party. And typically, all these helminths go into the intestines during the full moon and mate, and then they lay their eggs. Then all of these critters can go to different parts of the body, not just intestines, but they can go to the lungs, to the kidney, to the liver, to the heart, to the brain. It's important that we take care of these critters. When these adults lay eggs, the mama, the female, can lay anywhere from 3,000 to 700,000 eggs in one day. Usually they lay more eggs during the full moon, but they're laying eggs daily. There's one particular type of parasite that can lay eggs 6 times a day. Now, what you need to know is this: while the mama is alive, the eggs are dormant. Oh, good. When the mama dies, all those eggs come to life. 3,000 a day to 700,000 a day, and it attacks even worse. So you might think, well, then why should I even try to kill off the adults? Because then it's going to be worse. Well, what you need to know is this: when you are working on a parasite protocol, you've got to go through it for at least 6 weeks, if not longer, to catch all of those phases of the life cycle and get them out. If you're taking a treatment against parasites for one day or 1 week, you have not caught each stage of the life cycle. These critters are very smart. They're little, they're microscopic, but oh boy, do they know how to take advantage of how our bodies work and use it to their advantage. We are trying to pinpoint their life cycle so that we get the upper hand in this protocol. All right. Now, I am going to tell you a little bit of how tricky one particular parasite is, the Toxoplasmosis gondii. I just say Toxoplasmosis. This particular kind of parasite is a bit, around all of us, but in particular, it's around in cats. Have you ever heard the warning, if a woman is pregnant, she should not be changing the kitty litter box? It's because of this parasite. And this parasite has some really tricky behaviors. Swedish researchers studied this particular parasite, and they found how the Toxoplasmosa parasite, that's a mouthful, works between cats and mice. The cat goes out, goes to the bathroom, sprays, does its marking its territory, and the parasite is in that. And then mice kind of like that smell, so they'll kind of hang around there even though the cat is gone, and they pick up the parasite. So now the cat and the mouse both have it. Well, the Toxoplasmosa parasite works in the mouse and reduces its fear to the cat. So the mouse might just be playing or residing right next to the cat. That's to the cat's advantage, and then the cat eats the mouse. When people pick up this particular parasite, it's been found by researchers that they are much greater at taking risks, not to a good way. Risk-taking behaviors can show up just due to this particular parasite. Woo, that's kind of scary, don't you think? And you need to know what dangers parasites pose inside our bodies. And I'm going to check my notes because I don't want to skip things. But parasites can block our intestinal valves, and flukes can clog up bile ducts in the liver and the gallbladder. Gallstones? Gives new thought to it, doesn't it? And they're hiding in these places, but they can cause us a lot of distress and problems. Now, parasites, they've evolved over time, and they keep adjusting. They're able to resist treatment if you don't use it the right way. And we'll be talking about that in future videos, but keep that in mind. You can't use the same thing for a long time, or these smarties, these parasites, figure out how to use it and overcome the treatment. Now, parasites can mess with our immune system. They are able to manipulate our immune responses so that they can go under the radar and they can exist, and our body doesn't say, hey, there's a problem, let's address it. Our immune system just becomes unnoticing of these parasites. Whew. And then the parasites can shift our immune system toward what's called a Th2 response, which is not good. Now, parasites can hide out. They like to surround themselves with toxins and bacteria. Some of it is just from them peeing and pooping, but some of it, when they find these toxins, the bacteria, they go and hide in it. So they've got this little armor around them, and our immune system does not sense them. So there's a lot of things that parasites use to their advantage, including heavy toxic metals, mold, mycotoxins, and even viral material. So it's important that we address the parasites because it's going to help us get rid of all that poison in our body. Parasites have a wonderful way, evil way, of hiding themselves. And when they do that, they've surrounded themselves with these toxins and bacteria and heavy metals. And many times the traditional Western medical testing won't pick up on the parasites, but the parasites have disguised themselves so it'll show up as Lyme and other diseases. So when we've got certain diagnoses, it's important to consider whether parasites have been at play and they're just using all of that to hide themselves. I would rather deal with purging parasites in a protocol than, first of all, going to a Lyme treatment. Whew. I think we can avoid some of these lifetime diagnoses just by dealing with the parasites. Now, I want to invite you to grab my free ebook called Cleanse Parasite Basics. It's down below. And if it's not there because of the social media platform, then ask me about it. What I want you to also know is I am starting a January, February protocol. And I'm inviting you to join in because we're going to have a welcome kit and we're going to have a community so that we can work together during this parasite purge. It's not fun to do these things alone. It really is wonderful to get a chance to share this with other people. So I'm inviting you to do that. Link below. And if it's not there because of the social media platform, then ask me about it. Have a great day and check back for the next bit of parasite info. Bye.